Today is December 1st, 2025. We are almost at the end of the year, and I'm coming to you with an update on my continued journey into investing into VTI, as well as some stock market news related to Apple. Apple is the second largest company in the US, currently with a market cap of $4.2 trillion. And it is one of the largest individual stocks that I hold in my portfolio, as well as an investment that is heavily weighted into my ETF, Exchange Traded Fund, VTI. My $10 daily investing into VTI started back in September of 2022 when I joined the challenge over on Keenan Grace's Discord. We were challenged to invest into a blue chip stock or ETF for 10 weeks straight. And I've kept that one going. No longer a challenge, it's a way of life. A buy and hold forever status investment, slow, steady growth by having exposure to the total US stock market. That's what VTI is, the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, Exchange Traded Fund. It has a low expense ratio of 0.03%. You can think of that as $3 on every 10,000 invested. It's a fee that's going to be associated with these type of funds that I'm always reminding my viewers to be mindful of. Comparing funds so that you're not losing out on your potential gains because of high fees. This fund holds 3,531 stocks, giving you exposure to large, mid, and small cap stocks. It's most heavily weighted in technology because those are the companies with the largest market cap. So we're getting almost 40% exposure to technology, 14 to consumer discretionary, and 10% to financials. And a few of those companies in the top 10 are NVDA, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Broadcom, Google, and Meta. Current stock price $334.66. Its highest closing has been $339.06. We're not too far below the all-time high, which was hit back in October. And it's definitely up from its 52-week low, which we see here of $236.50, showing us how much volatility the stock market has had over the last year. But this is an investment that, just like the S&P 500, it's proven that it will recover, and it's even more diversified and expected to continue to have potential to the upside. Year to date, it's up 15.48%, and over the last 5 years, up 74.75%. This is one that many investors add for simplicity, a foundational investment that you definitely can buy and hold forever. Reinvest those dividends quarterly and let this investment build and grow. It's an easy investment for investors to have confidence in because it is the total US stock market. Now, when it comes to my portfolio, which I've been building since late 2022, a little over 3 years ago, as of the time that I'm recording, invested for 1,175 days. My portfolio has a total value of $11,446.92. I'm up 36%, a gain of $3,033.53. And I am currently at 34.1 shares, built $10 at a time. My average cost is $246.72. And as we were looking at, current stock price about 334. And as I mentioned, this is an investment that I reinvest my dividends. It has a modest one, with the last dividend payment paying out at about 90 cents per share. So when it comes to my portfolio, my last dividend payment was $29.59. And year to date, I've received $85.05, which were reinvested by having that drip on the dividend reinvestment plan. When I got started, I knew I was definitely committing to those 10 weeks, but glad that I've kept this going for so long, building up this position that I can tap into when needed. This is outside of my retirement accounts. So, definitely a simple investment, giving you exposure to thousands of companies. But because of the way that tech has been thriving, it is where you're going to get the most exposure. But you can get started with small amounts, be consistent. You don't have to time the market. Just buy and hold and let it build up steadily year after year. And when it comes to VTI, it has an average price target of 393.53 and a high of 468.69. So we're looking at a potential upside of 17.59% over the next 12 months. Okay, so now on to Apple, which hit a high today of just over $283. Apple, as we looked at already, is the second largest company in the US. And so when it moves, it brings up those indexes and ETFs like VTI. So year to date, Apple is up 13.05%. When it comes to Apple, it still has room to grow when it comes to advancements in AI. But when the stock price moves up like this, it gives a positive signal that their fundamentals are still strong. Taking a look at this article dated today, it's highlighting that Apple has hired a renowned AI researcher as a VP within the company. This person previously led engineering for Google Gemini and spent 16 years working for Google as well as some time at Microsoft. So hopefully this new person being appointed will help with seeing continued growth from Apple stock, because it has lagged, because analysts say the company lacks clear AI strategy. But moves like this show us that Apple is trying to catch up when it comes to AI innovation. So when it comes to my Apple position, I'm at almost 60 shares in my portfolio, currently up 82.45%. I received dividends of $14.62 back in February, $15.28 in May, $15.41 in August, and my last dividend received was $15.48 in November. Taking a look at price targets when it comes to Apple, analysts are giving it an average of $290.27 and a high of 45. So these are both positions that I'll be holding, having the drip on, allowing the positions that I've already built up, as well as my continued small contributions, to continue compounding, reinvesting, letting the growth of my portfolio continue to accelerate. These two investments, Apple, a name that we all know and are familiar with, as well as VTI, which now you know, if you didn't, gives exposure to almost every company traded in the US. These are ways that I go about incorporating simple investments into my portfolio. Just buy and hold, be consistent. Don't stress about timing. Strive for diversification in your portfolio. And remember, it's not just buy low, sell high. It's buy low, hold and hold and hold and hold and hold, and then sell high. Give your portfolio the chance to let compounding do its magic. If you made it this far and enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share in the comments what ETFs, index funds, and blue chip stocks are you holding for the long term? Let me know what number like you are on this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to have that notification bell on so you can keep up with all of my videos and live streams. Check out my referral links for KGU, MooMoo, as well as channel membership. Don't forget to leave me some comments. Okay, bye.